Welcome aboard on today's presentation. My name is Van and today we are diving deep into the vibrant diversity in our contemporary workplace, all through the critical lens of Hitrannhavan. Prepare to be enlightened, challenged, and inspired as we navigate this crucial topic together. First of all, I would like to thank you for people from the past, present, and future. Step into the agenda, we got this main topic, the role of HR, and understand deeply with three main issues. We provide the strategies and the ally of the application of theory, challenge to tackle, and conclusion. To start with the topic today, I want you to be close your eye and imagine what is diversity. For me, step into the vibrant world of diversity, where color, voice, and story paint a unique picture of innovation and progress. Embracing diversity isn't just about ticking a box. It's a call to action for each one of us to cherish and protect our world's unique and difference. Diversity in the modern workplace is become more important as the world becomes more connected. Different backgrounds mean different ideas, which can be great for making creative decisions. Diversity isn't just what we can see like race or gender, but also like education background, working background. It's about what making us unique and how we can see the world. Understand the beauty of diversity. Big companies are focused and embracing this too. They all have a campaign called Let's Jam Beauty that tell us everyone is beauty in their own way. Like Starbucks has a campaign called Every Name Story that celebrates the LGBT plus community, showing the personal story behind every people's name. So let me bring you to the overview of diversity in the workplace. First of all, there's a growing awareness that more than 93% of leaders feel that diversity become more important now than they were 3 years ago. And moreover, do you know that 58% of leaders say their company now are using diversity practice that was seen as a cutting edge just 3 years ago? They are directly linked diversity to business outcome and performance. But there's some room for improvement here. Interestingly, only 16% of the directors think their company excellent at recruitment a diversity team. That means most believe there's a lot of more we can do in this space. For example, take giant sugar. Even big players like Apple or Google are finding it's very tough to having increase in diversity of their workforce. Next, we're having the connection between the diversity to company culture and strategies. So why it's so important? First of all, it's about the talent acquisition and retention. Over 75% of hiring managers and workers prioritize a diverse workforce when they evaluate company and job offer. Hence, most of the job seeker will pass on a company if it's lack of diversity. Diversity have becoming an essential factor for attracting and retaining top talent, broadening the talent pool, and boosting employee satisfaction and loyalty. For the organization performance, company leading in the racial and gender diversity are 35% to achieve higher financial return. Moreover, for the innovation and creativity, diversity directly influence innovation. Companies with diverse management team experience a 19% revenue increase due to higher innovation and creativity. For the brand reputation, Australia consumer was spoken. 81% value diversity and inclusion, and 67% of the Australian consumer believe their action can support diversity and inclusion cause. Moreover, companies with diversity culture are more than 57% more likely to boost their reputation. Moving on to the role of HR in here. Mixing different background, gender, and age in team is an essential for a strong workplace culture. Through diversity bring fresh ideas and reflect our global customer. It also brings challenge. Diversity, while important for fostering innovation or reflecting a global customer base, can lead to challenge if not managed effectively. Moreover, it leads to specific issues such as bias in recruitment and selection, racism in workplace, and gender equality in workplace. This is where HR plays an important and essential role, helping companies navigate this challenge and makes most of their companies become a diversity team. For the next part, we will deep down inside the specific issue of diversity. First of all, it's the bias in recruitment and selection can influence from factors like education, past work experience at big companies like Google, Amazon, first impression, name, demographic demographic stereotype, gender, or even comparison with the priority candidate. This bias will limit the chance of achieving a diverse workforce and hinder a company's capability to meet diverse stakeholder needs. The next issue is the racism in the workplace. Racism in the workplace can be seen directly as the co-workers or hateful stereotype to each other, or when people of color receive less paying for doing the equal work. This will lead to their personal harm for affecting employee well-being or restrict workplace innovation, profitability, and market share. The third issue is gender equality. Gender equality is not only the fundamental of human rights, but it is necessary for a peaceful and long-term future in the workplace. Gender inequality is the unfair treatment of view or individual based on their genders. The impact will be increase in staff turnover and absence, decrease employee well-being and happiness, especially damage health issues, and sexual harassment with the female employee. And now we will deep inside the issue 1 is unconscious bias in recruitment and selection. Current data prove that candidates with white surname has more than 50% higher chance of being interviewed than those with black name. Moreover, male candidates despite have more identity qualified as female were often seen as more productivity, leading to have a better starting pay and more mentoring opportunity. And next we'll discover how SHRM can address the issue. First of all, it's about the follow of the traditional HR. We got 3 reasons on here. First of all, it's about the traditional training method and recruitment tailored to just a similar workplace, made for short for multicultural employees because they have different personality, behavior, and culture needs. So that means no one size fits all. Next of all is because depend on the standard hiring method, and moreover, the hiring manager don't usually pass on everyone. And how SHRM can address the issue? First of all, this department needs to be understand the importance of reduce bias and the importance to embrace the diversity. Moreover, we can use the combination of the struggle interview and the intelligence test. With this, we will provide a valid and reliable evidence on the level of the ability, intelligence, personality, aptitude, and attainment to the company. The next, we can use the strategies of diversity talent pool with the combination of the main digital resource as a corporate website, network site, LinkedIn, commercial job board, recruitment consultant, social media website, and the non-digital source, including advertisement, recruit consultants, and education institutions. Why open the wider talent pool? Company can have more diverse workforce. The next strategies can be build your employer branding, encourage diverse employees in your company to produce an authentic video to sharing their real-life experience, highlight the diversity voice in your company. So this will help to emphasize stereotype and provide a diverse picture of the company's culture. Next strategy can be the VR recruitment. Enhance the experience of the workplace for every candidate to make sure that all candidates can have the same qualities of the interview and the same experience for the introduction. And holding a national hiring day. Companies like McDonald's can use this approach to hire thousands of people nationally in just one single day. Next, we will move on to an example of the Hallmark using the VR recruitment to hiring their managers. Walmart placed their candidate in a real-life situation, like managing an angry customer or introducing the workforce pressure to the manager through a VR recruitment, so that they can manage the same quality for each interview without any bias from hiring manager. Now we will be deeper explore about the issue 2, racism in workplace. Current data showing that over a third of the Australia from non-English speaking background face discrimination because they color the skin and religion, and the rate of racism rise to 40% for Australia born in Asian countries. So how can SHRM can address the issue? First of all, we need to understand the value of the traditional HR on the diversity program, because the lack of innovation, lack of the consistency, and lack of the proper implementation plan. Now let's move to how SHRM can address this. First of all, SHRM need to value the employee and understand the impact of the racism in the workplace. The next strategy, they can open the discussion, promote open discussion about racism in the company. Moreover, we can provide the employee counselor and employee assistance program focus on employee well-being program. Moreover, we can provide an effective performance management system, which will be clearly explained on the next slide. And we can build a diverse organization culture. In there, we will create positive, connective collaboration and cultivation organization culture. The example can be customization, flexible work practice. For providing an effective performance management, we will have 4 core elements. First of all, it's about the fairness, transparency, and accuracy. Second, is aligned with the goal and the tracking. Thirdly, regular feedback and developmental coaching. Fourth, accountability and recognition. By completing doing an effective performance management system, the HR department can significantly reduce the chance of the racist influence performance evaluation and decision. The individual flexible work practice is applied for Hilton, which employ more than 1,000 people each year. They allow for customization and personalization in order to meet the distinct needs of each team member lifestyle, location, and role. They believe that no one-size-fits-all approach at Hilton. This practice has been encouraging work-life balance for the employee. The options have include work from home, flexible schedule, compressed work week, flexible time, and job sharing. For gender equality, the current status provides that in Australia, gender pay gap remains relatively high, and women experience more workplace sexual harassment, both in office and online, more than men. Hence, as an important issue to address, why is the failure of HR is happen? That's because the gender discrimination is frequently happen in the HR practice and policy, influenced by the critical expectation in hiring, training, pay, and promotion. Next is because of the impact of the organization strategies and culture, and bias in decision maker. So how can SRM can address the issue? First of all, they can manage the organization culture. HR department can try to by the intensity real discussion about gender gap with the company leader and guiding them to the toward positive solution. Moreover, to create a fair workplace for all, HR policy should address gender inequality, should ensure equal pay, promote unbiased recruitment and career development. Moreover, diversity management strategies is suggested in 3 steps. Hiring practical should be based on merit, with diversity awareness and training in the primary education sector. Next, diversity is highlighted in training, development, job design, and career success strategies. Everyone should have equal opportunity for career development, promotion based on merit, as well as equal opportunity to improve their work-life balance. Career development program should be, employer well-being program should happen too. 2 companies that leading in the gender equality is Hitrannhavan and Alexander McQueen, because they have gender equality in the HR policy, ensure that women have the same leadership opportunities as men. For providing the previous strategies, I apply 2 theories for SRM. Is the resource-based view strategy, recognize that diverse workforce bring a wealth of perspective, experience, and skill. By valuing diversity as a critical resource, that offering substantial competitive advantage. For the next alliance theory, that is strategic fit. Diversity strategy are aligned with this because, for instance, if a company aims to expand the operation globally, having a diverse workforce can provide insight in different culture, help the company tailor its product and service to the market. Hence, there will be 4 challenges for HR to approach in here: a gap between policy and diversity protection. That means people are very scared to speak up when they are in a dangerous situation because they're afraid that this policy is not strong enough. The communication barrier, the language barrier is a big deal here. The in-group favoriting, that means people are tending participate in their favorite group. HR will be maintain an issue like cultural barrier when address the issue like diversity. Coming to the end of the presentation, 4 challenges as a gap between policies and diversity protection, communication barrier, in-group favorites, and culture barrier or 4 challenges for the HRM to approach them. For the key takeaway of the presentation, I want to emphasize the specialists of the diversity and 3 main issues: races, bias, and gender equality. The strategies in there is very important for SRM to address them. In conclude, consider a world in which every individual, regarding their background, is valued and heard. So it's a responsibility for each of us to making a world better and more diversity. And here's the time I have to say goodbye. Thank you very much for your listening. Here's the reference list.